Lesson 7. As I was saying, this is in the Godhead that Satan had told God that he had no proof to send him and the fallen angels a lake of fire. And when you look at God's perfect characteristics, his perfect love, his perfect justice, his perfect righteousness, his perfect veracity, his immutability, his omnipotent, his omnipresence, his omniscience, his sovereign, and of course his eternal life. You look at, why did Satan say that? Why did he get away with saying that to God? Well, in coming to the conclusion, if you look at these characteristics, God was using his omniscience, because it states in the scriptures that he always knew that Satan would be against him. So when you analyze this statement, you have to look at the word knew. Of course, knew means knowledge. And so God was using his omniscience, one of his perfect characteristics, to judge Satan and the fallen angels to the lake of fire. But Satan turns around and appeals to God's justice, which his justice sees black and white. And Satan was right that God had no proof to send him and the fallen angels to the lake of fire because of his justice seeing black and white. Now, if we analyze this in our own court system, if a person commits murder and they can't find the body and they can't find whatever weapon they used to kill him with, and you're a juror on the jury, and this evidence is brought to you of witnesses saying, well, they buried something in the backyard, and they don't have the body, and you don't have the weapon that they actually killed them with, you have to come to the conclusion that they have to be acquitted. Why? Because this is hearsay, or in our court system called circumstantial evidence. And Satan was right that God had no proof to send him and the fallen angels to the lake of fire. So God in his wisdom said to Lucifer, you're right, I have no proof, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a piece of junk. That's me and you. Some of us are short, fat, ugly, small, whatever we are. We're a piece of junk when it comes to any of the angels in the heavens. He said, I'm going to give them the same free will. I am, I will, I should or shouldn't, and the majority of them will believe in me. We, my friends, are the evidence to prove that God's decision was just and fair to send Satan and the fallen angels to the lake of fire. In fact, God does not want one of us humans to go to the lake of fire. We go to the lake of fire by not believing in the arbitrator, which is Jesus Christ. The earth, like I said, the universe is trillions and trillions of light years of space. In fact, we can't even touch it. We can't even fathom it. The earth is a dirt clod compared to the rest of the universe that God has. One of the characteristics I didn't tell you about God, that God has SH, which is a sense of humor. Now you could imagine that Satan is on bail with all the fallen angels because he hasn't been judged for his crime, just like the person that commits the crime, and yet they can't find the weapon or the body of the person that they were supposedly killed. So they're acquitted until evidence is proved to prove them so that they can be justly accused and sentenced to whatever sentence they were going to receive. Remember I said God has a sense of humor. Satan wanted to own all this. As you could see in Isaiah 14, he wanted to be above all the angels. He wanted to be up in the throne room or the right hand of God. Satan owns this dirt clod in this huge, vast universe full of galaxies upon galaxies. Can you imagine the angels going to Satan and saying, so, you own that dirt clod over there? You can just realize how much that really ticks Satan off for the angels to say that to him. And that's why Paul says he runs around as a roaring lion, seeking to whoever he can devour. And of course, he devours us, Christians. He devours this earth. And Satan hasn't been judged, so he hasn't been kicked out of heaven. He's on bail. Okay? And if he was stuck on this earth, woe to all the humans, because he despises all of us. Yes, there is not one human on this earth that he does not despise, because he feels he's above all of us. Now, in saying that, the earth is a big plasma screen. And Jesus Christ created Adam as Exhibit A to prove that God's decision was just and fair to send Satan and the fallen angels to the lake of fire. One thing I will tell you, if Adam would have never sinned, none of us would have been here. God wasn't lonely. He doesn't need any of us. There's not one person on this earth that he needs. He doesn't shed one tear because of all the chaos on this earth. God is infinite and he is happy with himself. He doesn't need anything to be unhappy because he has perfect characteristics. There's nothing that makes him sad, glad, happy, or any of the emotions that we feel or that ministers have told us that God has. God has none of them. Because remember, Hitler killed 6.5 million Jews because of emotions. He hated Jews. So God doesn't have emotions. None of the characteristics that I explained to you have any emotions. When you say God is love, that's not emotion. Okay? Now, the earth, like I said, is a big plasma screen. And remember, God the Father is on the bench. Jesus Christ is the prosecuting attorney. And of course, Lucifer is on the defense. And Jesus Christ is presenting Exhibit A, Adam and Eve, to determine that God's decision was just and fair because, first of all, he created Adam perfect. In other words, Adam missed nothing in life. Adam had everything given to him. There was nothing on this earth that Adam missed. He didn't even have to cook. Everything was given to Adam just like it was for the angels. Of course, Adam got lonely. And that's when he created Esau. This is in the Hebrew. Esau, which meant sprung from within. The reason why the Lord took the left rib of man is because the left side is the security for woman. The right side is the protector. That's the right arm. And the left side is the protector. If you notice, ladies, you lay on the left side of your spouse. Unless there's a bathroom issue. You feel more secure on the left side. It's just like when you walk down the street, you walk on the left side, the man always walks on the right side of the street. This is just the way we were created. That's why he took the left rib to make Esau. Now this is the start of the conflict. It's called the angelic conflict, where a third of the angels are against the 2/3. One of the things that's said in this country is, many people have said this, and these are babies. And it says, how could a loving God allow that to happen? Just like in the Twin Towers incident, or several things that's happened on this earth. What people don't realize is that God cannot interfere or have anything to do with our volition, because our volition is what is the reason why we're here in the first place, is to prove once and for all that God's decision was just and fair to send Satan and the fallen angels to the lake of fire. And remember, 1,000 years is a blink of God's eye. So time means nothing to God. We think it does, but it doesn't. It means nothing to eternal, infinite God. Thank you.